The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. The Armed Forces of the Philippines, or AFP, released the videos of the China Coast Guard, or CCG, brutally confronting their personnel during a resupply mission in Ayungin Shoal. We can see in the video that CCG personnel attached ropes to tow the AFP's vessel. CCG personnel also heightened the tension by threatening our soldiers with a pickaxe. CCG also aggressively rammed our boat and threw tear gas to intensify the chaotic situation. They also utilized the constant blaring of sirens and deployment of blinding strobe lights to create disorientation among our soldiers. The Armed Forces of the Philippines awarded the soldier who got his finger cut off during a confrontation with the China Coast Guard, or CCG, in Ayungin Shoal on Monday. AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Bronner visited Seaman First Class Underwater Operator Jeffrey Facundo and awarded him the Wounded Personnel Medal. Facundo got his finger cut off while the CCG was aggressively harassing the Army during a resupply mission to BRP Sierra Madre. Despite the traumatic experience, Facundo pledged that he will return to the seas.
Pagka gumaling ka pa, may balak kang bumalik?
Yes, sir. Kahit saan, sir, basta may order tayo. Laban tayo, sir.
Bronner also confirmed the harassment incident in Ayungin Shoal and likened the CCG to pirates. Bronner also refuted claims of soldiers not defending themselves from the China Coast Guard.
Hindi po natin hinayaan sila. No, lumaban po tayo. But then again, may mga limitations po tayo because number one, no, we were outnumbered. Yung dalawang rib natin, ang katapat niya 8.
International law professor Romel Bagares believes that it is not yet time to invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty with the U.S. Here's an excerpt from his interview on The Big Story.
Does this constitute an attack on a public and armed vessel of the Philippines, and can it invoke the Mutual Defense Treaty? And is that why the government has been kind of slow to release their statements on what happened in June 17?
Well, while it's very concerning, and in fact, I would characterize it as a further escalation of what's happening there, I wouldn't characterize it as something that really amounts to an armed attack. So in international law, the test is scale and effects. No? And if you look at the jurisprudence of international tribunals, scale and effects would usually involve deaths and widespread destruction of facilities. So right now, what happened, although it's quite serious, and many people think, and I also tend to think, that it's just a matter of time before someone actually gets killed. But right now, it's not yet an armed attack under international, and even under the provisions of the Mutual Defense Treaty of 1951.
So if not the Mutual Defense Treaty, what law under UNCLOS can the Philippines lean on as far as this injury is concerned?
Well, there was seizure, and I understand the boat the boats have not yet been returned. There's a procedure in the International Tribunal on the Law of the Sea where you can file a suit for the return of those vessels that were seized, and also for damages. That is the remedy available right now that I can think of under the UN Convention on the Law of the Sea. So remember, the response is always proportionate. No? So this is not yet something that would actually amount to a shooting war as they stand.
Many pundits believe na the Mutual Defense Treaty should be invoked, not necessarily to go to war or to declare war, but to initiate discussions with the U.S., particularly Section 4 of the MDT, which highlights the consultation requirement, which says na both parties should consult on what measures should be taken for common defense. Do you agree with that? And what do you think these consultations will look like, and what should come out of them?
Well, I think the bigger picture really for us is that we need to clarify with the U.S. exactly what they mean when they say that they will defend our interests. Because I think there is ambiguity by design in the MDT They're asking a lot from us. They want us to take almost everything. They even included the defense of Taiwan as one of the things that they want us to do, and accordingly or purportedly under the cover of the MDT, but that's not even covered by the MDT. It's not part of the language of the MDT. And another thing that needs to be raised is that the U.S. policy right now with respect to the MDT only includes vessels and maritime and metropolitan territories. It does not include contested territories in the South China Sea.
We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Pauline Verzosa. We may be needing our umbrellas today as rains are expected across the country. Several areas may experience scattered rains due to the southwest monsoon or habagat. These include Palawan, Occidental Mindoro, Romblon, Central Visayas, Western Visayas, and Mindanao. Other areas such as Metro Manila, Zambales, Bataan, Cavite, Laguna, Batangas, and the rest of Mimaropa may experience isolated rains. Localized thunderstorms, meanwhile, may also trigger rains in other parts of the country. For those who are computing their budget for their food, heads up. The price of vegetables in Metro Manila markets has increased. Based on the Agriculture Department's monitoring, the price of vegetables like tomatoes, pechay, and carrots have increased from 5 pesos to 40 pesos. DA said this is the result of the continuous rains for the past few days. They guarantee that the price will go back to normal after 1 to 2 weeks.
Yung mga sunod-sunod na pagulan, so may mga areas na dahil sa sobrang ulan na-terminate early yung harvest. Yung iba naman, transition to another cycle. So may period lang ng transition ulit.
For the first time, Makati Medical Center successfully performed 2 liver surgeries with the help of a robot. Mobile Journal Francis Orsho has the story.
Iba't ibang larangan na ang nakikinabang sa kakayahan ng robot. Pero sa makasaysayang pagkakataon, ang ganyang klase ng teknolohiya nasa larangan na ng medisina dito sa Pilipinas. Mga otorisadong doktor at surgeons lang ang pwedeng magsagawa ng surgical procedure sa mga pasyenteng may malubhang karamdaman. Pero nitong June 14, sa makasaysayang pagkakataon, matagumpay na nairaos ang 2 liver surgery sa Makati Medical Center sa tulong ng robot at tinatawag yang Da Vinci XI system.
We did a back-to-back 2 liver surgeries in 1 day. This is a first in the country to be able to do so. Plus, first for the XI robotic platform.
Ang operasyong ginawa ay tinatawag na XI robot hepatectomy surgery. Dito ay may tinanggal na bahagi ng atay. Sa tradisyonal na surgical procedure, unang concern dyan ang paraan ng pagsasagawa sa operasyon at epekto nito sa pasyente. Dahil sa tinatawag na open approach surgery, kung saan mas malaki ang mga sugat ng pasyente na maaaring matamo sa pag-oopera at mas matagal pa ang recovery period. Pero sa tulong ng XI robot ng Makati Med, hindi na open approach kundi tinatawag ng robot-assisted laparoscopic approach. Dito ay gumagamit na ng camera at mga galamay ng robot na kontrolado ng isang surgeon gamit ang console. Dahil dyan, mas mataas ang precision dahil stable ang paggalaw ng camera at robotic arm. Minimal lang din ang sugat na pwedeng matamo ng inooperahan at mas mabilis din daw ang recovery time.
That's the reason why it makes it very precise. And therefore the outcome is better. The hospital stay is shorter. So katulad nung ginawa naming 2 robotic major liver resection, nakauwi na yung patient the next day.
Pero nilinaw ng Makati Medical Center na may ganitong teknolohiya na ang ibang ospital sa bansa. Yun nga lang, hindi pa raw yan nagagamit. Kaya makasaysayan na sa pasilidad nila unang napakinabangan ang robot-assisted surgery. Bukod naman sa liver surgery, pwede rin gamitin ang robot sa pag-oopera ng prostate, matres, colon, pancreas, breast at kidney. Unti-unti nang dumadami ang pakinabang ng robotics pati na ng AI sa larangan ng medisina. Naway maging sagot ito upang mapabilis ang pagpapagamot sa hindi nauubos na bilang ng nagkakasakit. Mobile journalist Francis Orso po, hatid ang mukha ng balita.
And those are the top stories of the hour. I'm Pauline Berzosa. We are One News.